Hi, welcome back to the Rice Talk Show, where the real stories, real struggle, and real success journey comes together. I'm your host, Kunas. This Sunday, Johor plays host to a forum that already generating a massive amount of conversation and a fair share of controversy. The forum is called Hasrat Komuniti Bukan Islam dan 5 Tuntutan Komuniti. Joining me today is driving force behind this movement, social entrepreneur and community advocate, Suthan Mookaiah. Welcome, bro.
Hi, Bata. How are you?
All good, all good. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You seem very stressed and kind of angry.
I am. I think we are going into a very important week, this coming week.
Okay.
So we are preparing for that.
Alright. Boleh rasa panas sini.
Oh.
The heat is there. Okay. Today we have many questions coming in, and then I have shortlisted few important ones. Okay, I'll read it out for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's go straight into it. Why this forum? Why Johor? And why at this time?
Okay, that's a very simple question. We have chosen Johor this time around because the election is just around the corner. The people are going to go vote next week, and before they vote, we want the people, bangsa Johor, orang Johor, to make an informed decision about who they're voting for, what they're going to get from voting, and what and how the people that they're voting in going to be representing them. So this particular forum is about that. Hasrat Komuniti Bukan Islam, right? I think for the longest time, the people, the non-Muslim community, have been keeping quiet, and this is the right time for us to speak out and ask and demand what we truly need.
Then why do you keep saying Indians are marginalized and the non-Muslim rights are reduced?
Wait,
is it true?
Of course. So for the longest time, I always been saying that the Indians are marginalized, and it is absolutely true. I think everybody knows it. In fact, it has been acknowledged by even Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri himself. He has told many times over the many decades, Indians are marginalized, Indians need help, Indians need to be supported. But the moment you went and become powerful, when you become prime minister, suddenly he got amnesia. Same thing for the other non-Muslim community as well. We're talking about the Chinese, you're talking about the Orang Iban, and everybody as well. They are also suffering together. I'm not saying Indians are the only ones struggling, but we can see in the class of B40 and in poverty, Indians are mostly visible there. And that is true, and I'll back it up. Now, the main question here is today, what has the government has done for the B40 community, especially this non-Muslim, especially Indians? I will say, and I will argue, nothing much. You see, for the last 20 odd years, who has supported PKR? Who has supported DAP? Indians. Last time, PKR met mostly of Indians, right? And DAP, you can ask them, when they go for elections or when they go for PRU or PRN at any given time, people will tell them, hey, you don't have to come and campaign here lah. We will give you vote, you go and campaign other places. That is how much we used to give them free votes. Undi Purchuma we call it. Because they promised us, they say when we come into power, we'll change everything for you. We'll basically work on your rights. We'll basically develop you. We'll basically empower you, and we make you also part of the community of Malaysia. Tapi apa jadi? Today, Anwar is the Prime Minister. But is he really the Prime Minister? He looks more like the Foreign Minister for Arab states. Okay? He doesn't really look like Malaysian Prime Minister, you know. You go and ask like any machi ka, you go and ask any pachi ka, uncle ka, whoever it is lah. They all will say they are very disappointed with this fella. Same thing with DAP. Last time we used to have people who used to be the most loudest in parliament. Okay, all will be DAP guys.
Yeah.
Right? We used to have Kapal Singh. We used to have, they call him used to call him what? They used to call him Lions of Jelutong. Today we have Tikos.
Not even Kuching lah.
Not even Kuching.
Tikos.
All Tikos in DAP. Whatever Anwar does or doesn't do for the community, they all pak sanggup and they just bulldoze it through. What has Anwar done for the people? Nothing. I'll argue. He told us he want to develop us. In which way he has developed us? Nothing. Has he given us more help in education? No, our education system is still broken. Our students are still not getting matriculations. Today, I'm telling you, just look at Tamil school condition. Tamil school condition still looks like it is built in Japanese era. Today is 2026, you know. You still look at the Rumah Panjang kind of concept. Okay lah, now you study in Sekolah Rendah. After you finish standard 6, where you go? You got Sekolah Menengah or not?
Sekolah Menengah, no.
How come we don't have Sekolah Menengah?
Even
This is 2026, you know. We still have a broken vernacular system. What happened to their promise on that? We used to have Sekolah Container. We used to have abandoned Tamil school projects.
True.
What has Anwar done for us? Nothing. We also have Indian kids who are struggling in SK schools. What has he done? I remember a kid who was asking for Anwar, how you gonna help the Indian community?
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Okay.
Do you remember how he publicly ridiculed the girl?
Yes.
Until today, that still resonates with the Indian community. I still don't understand why we cannot still help the Indian community when they are high achievers in the SPM.
I feel like you sound more like you're very angry with Madani and also the PMX government.
Of course, they are total liars. Total liar. They totally faked it. They faked it. This fella is just an MGR. Okay, he danced, he twirled, he sang song, he promised all the world. Kadisila, nothing given, nothing done. Of course, Anwar will say lah, this is unity government. This is not my government. I'm still doing things. You should appreciate what we are doing. Cannot. You promised us all this. Okay. Now, do you remember back then? What was the premise behind taking out Barisan Nasional? They say Barisan Nasional is not fulfilling on their promises.
Yes.
Right? And they taught us that if a government cannot fulfill the promise, we should kick them out.
Yes.
And we followed that. Today, I'm also going on that premise. That if these fellas, this PH government cannot fulfill, cannot deliver the promise, they should be kicked out on the curb. And that is why we are going to go to Johor. I think this is the first stance we are taking. After 3 years of the non-Muslim community getting ridiculed on so many aspects, whether it's education, whether it's socio-economic, whether it's other policies, whether it's our identity, we have kept quiet all this while. But now, in election, this is where we show that our undi matters. And Johor is where we must start. Because Johor, you must understand, is an economic powerhouse. And of course, we have seen how Johor has basically benefited the Indian community so much more. You see, people from Kedah will go to Johor.
Yeah.
People from Penang go to Johor. Do you know why? Because they have to go and work in
Singapore.
It is not because of Johor, you know. Our people today have to be economic migrant.
Yes. True.
We have to be the Bangladeshis of Singapore. Because our government are not doing enough. So we want to ask, what can you do for us? I remember I was reading in what do you call, in paper, that certain places doesn't have crematorium, doesn't have certain Dewan Orang Ramai, doesn't have grant. All these, right, are real issues that the community are facing, which are not being addressed. You go and ask like any of this Adon, hey, what has happened? I give you an example, Mitra. 2-3 years now, okay, I also have been asking for the longest time, for on Mitra alone, they cannot basically give any input on that. When we ask them, they'll spin one story. They'll say, we already done announcement, we already done this launch program. But you go and ask the people who are supposed to get it, they have not got any single money yet. The grant is not given. If you have not given a grant for Mitra recipients to do their programs, that means nobody in the community has actually benefited from it.
True.
Zero. And they have zero responsibility, you know. They are not bothered. They are not bothered. They are continuing the lie every single day. They are not bothered. They are not replying to messages of the community itself. They are not bothered that people are asking for information and they're just keeping silent. But yet, they without muka malu, muka tembok, dare to go out there and ask for votes. These people are useless. Why are we keep repeating these mistakes? Don't we the non-Muslim community, don't we the Indians have marwah diri? Don't just think about biryani. Don't just think about, yo, this fella Indian, I must support him. What for? If this fella is Indian, he cannot do the job for the community. That fella is a traitor. That fella should not be allowed to go up there.
True.
And that is what we're looking to do. So this time, we are organizing this forum called the Rise Johor. We are bringing in multiple recipients, panelists, yeah, to come and speak on the non-Muslim issues, not just Indian issues, the non-Muslim issue.
Okay.
Because let me tell you why. Because right now in Johor, PH government has about 12 seats. I think PKR has 1 seat in Bukit Batu with a majority of 127, and another 11 more seats which is in non-Muslim majority area. So in these seats, the non-Muslim must stand up and ask, what do we get? No more free votes, huh? We cannot be giving free votes. We cannot do this anymore.
True.
Right? We cannot do this anymore. That is why we are organizing this forum. We are going to speak about it, and we're going to come up with 5 demands that the community needs, which is going to revolve around education, which is going to revolve around socio-economic, which is going to revolve around identity, and basically the status of the community, not just in the state government, of course, but also overall on the federal government.
Then can you give me details on that 5 different tuntutan that they're going to say about? Yeah.
Okay, the 5 tuntutan we'll be announcing on the particular day. Specifically, what is it going to be?
Okay.
But I can give you some examples.
Okay.
Today, let's just talk about socio-economic. Today, you are Indian, and I'm also an Indian. But today, you and I, we are not allowed to do certain things. Like for example, let's just say today, you want to get a small, simple contracting job, okay, from the government. Can you get it?
It's very hard.
Forget lah. Just say you want to go potong rumput. My father's a grass cutter. Let's just say you today, as an Indian, want to go and get a contracting job from the PBT or Majlis. You think you can?
Nope.
But
nope. Very hard.
A Bangladeshi guy, a Rohingya guy, if he married to a local, he can. That fella can go and cut grass, but you and me, Chinese, Indians, orang asli, whoever it is, we cannot get,
True.
We are what? We are beyond them. How come in 2026 we still allow this to happen? We are what, third class citizen, is it? We are not. We are Malaysians. We must be allowed to be given a slice of the pie. How long we gonna allow these people to dictate terms that we didn't agree on? This is one. For example, next one, the Chinese community has spoken multiple times about this. I don't know whether you know this. Chinese have something called UEC, and PH government promised this to them. Apa jadi?
Gone lah.
Tak tahu. Indians, they were promised sekolah menengah. We are the most ignorant community, I'll call it. Right? Because we allowed a government to run for 80 freaking years without asking for a full sekolah menengah, so that we can complete our education system for Indian community. How come you can have 6 years of primary school, right, but you do not have a continuation in secondary? You think the Chinese will allow it?
Nope.
The Malays, they have all the way up to universities, they can even go all the way to foreign countries. But we don't have.
And our children are struggling on that.
Yes, our children are struggling. What's the point of you studying there for? Tak ada guna, 80 years. But every year, every election term, they'll promise us, don't worry, we'll give you. Don't worry, we'll give you. I think this stops. This time we want to know, can you or can you not deliver this sekolah menengah? Whichever government that can complete the education system for Indians, we should vote for them. Everybody else, kick them out. Those who keep silent, doesn't matter from which party, kick them out also. We don't need calon-calon politik yang pengecut, yang, as my friend used to call it, yang tak ada bola. You know who says it? Auta Singh.
Yes.
Right? We don't need them. We need, especially the non-Muslim calons, to be berani. And that is why I like the Bersama guy who spoke recently on in the Johor election, where he spoke about pig farming. Of course, pig farming became a major issue. But why is it an issue?
Not supposed to.
Why are you not supposed to? See, Indians cannot eat beef. Are we condoning beef? Malay can eat beef, right? It's up to them. Correct, right?
True.
Right? Malays cannot eat beef, cannot eat pork. It's okay. We never ask them to eat what?
True.
But that is something that we eat. So what? As much as we respect them, they should respect us back. And this pig farming is just to support an industry of the non-Muslim. Let it be lah. Okay, you say you want to take them out, right? What are you going to do to replace it? Are you going to give them license to basically import this pork from other countries? Tada, you just cut them off. Where can? So when the Chinese guy speak about pig farming, I actually applaud him. I really think that is the way to go.
True.
I was reading about a school, a Tamil school in Johor that is still apparently using well water.
Yes, true.
Well water. Brother, Japanese just left 2 days ago. We have Cal Tower, we have Cal CC, we have so much development. HSL whatnot lah. You cannot do one straight pipe for the school to get clean water, proper water. This is for children's, you know. What happened to the children there? Tak ada buat kerja.
This is what Mr. Avtar Singh very upset, right?
Yes. So this makes me very, very angry. And this is the time we must dictate the terms. We must say candidates who cannot work must be kicked out. And candidates who do not have qualification also must be kicked out. When I say they are not qualified, I'm not saying they must be tertiary educated, in Harvard educated, not like that. But they must at least have a service to the community. But do these candidates have it? Do these candidates can speak for the community? So far, no. Because you won't believe it, I actually challenge all these candidates to come up and tell us what they can do for the community. Do you know how many answered?
Nothing.
None.
Yeah. Obvious answer.
Hey, these YBs these calon YBs they just want yang berkhidmat, yang berbagi, yang berhormat. But they don't want to be yang berkhidmat. And that is the problem, the mentality. They want the title but they cannot do the work. So this is what we want to avoid. We want the rejects to be kicked out from this election. And when I say kicked out, I really want them to be totally removed. If they have won 12 seats before, we want them to be punished fully so that they then learn their lesson. I'm telling you, Brother Kunas, PH has won 12 seats in Johor. If you want a better federal government, punish these 12 seats. Don't let them win. The non-Muslim community must go out and not allow them to win. Because when they have the fear, then they'll be scared. Just like how they had the fear in Sabah when they got wiped out.
Sure.
The Johor people itself must show the strength and courage of Sabahans right here in Johor.
The people should understand they had rights. They have to demand all this.
Of course. Because if you don't demand, then what's the point? I tell you, brother, I'm just going to tell you one other thing. It is not that Indians, you and I, do not know the issue of the community. It is not that the non-Muslim community, the Chinese, the Orang Asli do not know the issue of the community. We don't know. But the problem is there is apathy. We don't care. We don't want to voice out.
True.
Okay? That is the problem. When an issue happens, how many of us go out there and support? How many of us go out there and speak up the Adun, complain to the Adun, complain to the MP? Tada! How many of us put a video up on TikTok and say this is wrong, this is not acceptable? Tada!
Bukan takut I feel bukan dia orang takut.
Takut apa? Why we takut? That fella's salary is paid by the taxpayer. They're working for us, isn't it? Anwar's salary is being paid by who? By the people. He should be afraid of us, not we afraid of him. When he break the promise, he should be scared.
But not everyone thinking of that, right?
That is the problem. And that is what we must change, especially going to the next election. I think this is the time we take the time to teach our community what they should do better. Because when we stand united, when we stand in unison to ask for change, then they'll understand, okay, we must do something for them. But if we continue to sell out the community for a piece of leg biryani, for some beers, for whatever they give us in pocket money,
yes,
then we always will be doomed. We will be known as the economic migrant in Singapore. I don't understand. Don't people feel ashamed that our people have to go travel to another country to work? When we actually have all the resources, all the talent to do it in Malaysia. That is what we need to change.
If the government looks at your list and says, we just don't have the budget or the time for this right now, what do you do? Is it take it or leave it, or you are ready for compromise?
Kunas, you're a family man, right?
Yeah.
You got kids, right? Today, you got no money in your pocket. Today night, you go and tell your kids, today, sorry lah, you are not going to be eating. You'll tell that.
I don't.
You find a way, isn't it? That is your job as the provider, as the head of the family. Same thing with the government. They have all the resources. That is their job to think. Hey, you tell me, you really cannot give out help for the B40s. You cannot give out grants for the people that you promise, such as the businessmen and the entrepreneurs who are struggling. You really cannot help those people who need the help, like people who are in hospital, who are chronically ill, who are sick. You really cannot help. Then why do we need to keep you as a government? We should kick you out because you're a useless government. If Madani is useless, kick them out. If Madani you think is useless, kick them out. Don't keep them. What's the point? We don't need a puppet government who has no brain to think. If you promise something, deliver. That is what people must objectively ask here. There is no such thing as there is no money, or there is no way, or there is political interruption. No such thing. Malaysia is not made up of only one single race. Malaysia is made up of multi-diverse communities. If you promise help or commitment, you must do it. You must do it. You must deliver it. If you have said and you don't do, then what do we call you? A simple liar. And that's what I'm calling them today. A simple liar.
And then you tell me frankly, who came to you with this tuntutan? Actually, siapa yang buat?
I mean,
who recommend you to do, or someone behind you to push you this?
No. No such thing. To give you an answer on this, right? I've been actively speaking on for the community for the longest time, and this is basically a culmination of those many opinions, the many chatters, the many conversations that I had with people from all across the race. I've talked to people who are in flats. I've talked to people who are in hospitals. I've talked to people who are in Putrajaya. I've talked to ministers. I've talked to cleaners. I've talked to everybody, and this is basically some of the things that we have learned. Along the way, we also have colleagues who are in different industry, who are in the legal industry, who are in the social activism industry, who are civil rights industries. They all come together and they say, you know what? These are the 5 key core things that we need to focus on, which is education, policy, identity, and basically development for the community. So that is what we are. This is that culmination of these ideas. Are we sponsored, or are we incentivized by certain people? I think that's a stupid question to ask. This is all community driven. All right, we actually take money from our own pockets to do this on our own. For people to say, and of course there is a lot of people who are sitting as keyboard warriors who will say like, oh, Suthan is doing this because he want to stand in the election, or these other people are doing it because they are paid by these people.
Are you?
I'll tell them, those people who are speaking that, they should come to our forum.
Okay.
See the people who will be standing there. The poor taxi guy, the poor cleaner, the poor single parent who's struggling. Tell them that this is a game, and see whether this guy got slapped on his face or not. This is people's problem that we are talking about. Every 5 years once, we get one chance to voice out, and that's what we are going to do. If people come and say that we are speaking out because we are incentivized, then so be it. Yes, we are incentivized. We are incentivized by the problems that people have. We want to solve it for them. That is what we want to do.
Okay. We move on to another question. Organizing an event centered on Hasrat Komuniti Bukan Islam is a controversial move, correct?
Okay.
Are you concerned that this will be weaponized by certain groups?
Okay, again I'm going to come back. This is election, and during election, everybody and anybody can ask for tuntutan. Again, is Malaysia just made up of one single majority race? Because it looks like that for the longest time. For the after election, right, the 4 years after that, it will always be a majority driven agenda. But only one time for about 2 weeks, then they will speak about the other part, the non-Muslim. This is where we are right now. Okay, I do get it. Like people will say, oh, mana boleh orang non-Muslim bercakap pasal hak mereka. Why? We don't have hak, is it? Who have hak then? Rohingya guy, is it? The Bangladesh guy, is it? Hey, we are Malaysian lah, we are blue IC. If we don't ask for our rights, who will ask for our rights? This is our hak. When we don't have a crematorium, when we don't have economic developments, when we don't have economic opportunities, when our children are struggling to go into schools, then who should voice out? These fellas, this calon PRN who are silent, can we depend on them? We cannot. So I don't care. If we are told that we are troublemakers, again, so be it. If people are telling, oh, this is going to be used by other people or other quarters, so be it. Those people have their own problems and their own things. But let me be very honest with you. The regular Malays don't actually have any issues. Mereka tak hadap tau. I tell you why. Because Malays, they know, just like how they are asking and having their own tuntutan, that's how the non-Muslim are having it. I'm not going to go into theirs. I'm not going to take theirs. I'm just asking what is permissible and what is to be delivered from my committee. What is wrong? Orang Melayu tak hadap. Tetapi orang politik, orang yang racist, orang yang buta mata, those fellas are going to have problem. And to be honest with you, I don't care. We don't care. We just need to deliver what's needed for the community.
And then also, okay, do you think the calon will have political willpower or power to even promise this? And then maybe is this the above their levels?
You're talking about the Adun, right?
Yes.
Oh, Adun is what? Yang berhormat, isn't it? And they are basically appointed by who? Their party, isn't it? And their party leaders are who? They are members of the government, isn't it?
Yep.
We think these Adun fellas, we are hiring them to basically go and stand beside the longkang, take photos, to go and potong ribbon, and go to get mala in the temple. I think that's their only job, is it?
Tell you the truth, what they're doing now is that.
I understand, but that is not their job. If these are stupid YBs, our YB, the one that the rakyat really wants, is the one that speaks up without fear and favor for the people. The people are made up of Malays, of Chinese, of Indians, of lain-lain. This is who they need to speak up. And if they say, oh no, this is beyond our grade, we are just juniors, we are not allowed to speak about all this, then shame on you. You should not stand in the PRN Johor. You should not be coming in front of our gate and asking for our votes. You should not be even put yourself up as a candidate. If their leaders say this, and I'm telling you, right, they should also not be given a single vote as well. We want political parties, political blocs who represents all Malaysia, who wants to take care of all Malaysia, who understand Malaysia is made up of every single one of us. Calon politik yang kurang matang, yang bodoh, yang tidak berguna should be kicked out, and that is my belief.
Okay, I have another interesting question. You and your members are pushing for change from outside, but real change happens in Parliament. Can you get anything done with this tuntutan?
Why not? You see, how does tuntutan work or brought to Parliament? See, a tuntutan in Parliament is brought by an MP. But where does MP get it? He hears it from the grassroots. Okay, so grassroots means what? The people who are outside, the public, the rakyat. And that is who we are. When we push them, when we pressure them, when we ask them, then they will start to listen. Until then they pekak, until then they buta, they won't listen. But when you start to pressure them as a group, alright, and you tell them, you don't do this for us, you are not gonna get a single vote, then they'll be afraid. You think the Bukit Batu guy, the PKR guy who won by 137 majority, today you think he can sleep? He cannot, because he knows his boss has not delivered. He knows his party has not delivered. So what he must do? he must go and speak. But is he speaking? That is for the Bukit Batu people and its voters to basically vote on. But I really hope that they send a convincing message of the people that if you don't do your job properly, if you don't work out or represent all your people, you will be kicked out.
Okay. And then now the last question I have in my list, all right, before we end it, what will you like to tell the audience?
I will tell the audience to now be active, speak up. I think it's a thing. Don't have the same apathy like everybody else. You know what is our problem, but you always keep on thinking this is not for me to answer because Suthan will ask, or Kunas will ask, or Avatar Singh will ask, or Siti Kasim will ask, or Rajesh will ask, or somebody else will ask. But the problem is, this is a problem of your community, of your family, of your next future generation. இப்ப நீங்க கேட்கலன்னா யார் கேட்பா? யாருமே கேட்க மாட்டாங்கப்பா. உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா? Today, if you don't ask, you'll be third class citizen. You'll be the fourth class citizen in 10 more years time. And after that, you are no more in the stats. That is why we must not just defend our position, we must ask for things to be fixed. So for that, what do people must do? People must start to be active, voice out, speak out. When forums like this happen, come down. I do not know how many people will actually come down, because most of the time those people who come for this kind of forums are old people, senior people. But where are the youth? Where are the youth? They are the one most impacted, you know. When tax issue happens, they are the one impacted. When e-invoicing happen, they are the one impacted. When diesel price goes up, they are the one impacted. But where are the youth? Let them come. நீங்க தான் வரணும். நீங்க வந்து பேசுங்க. நீங்க வந்து சொல்லுங்க. இது தான் எங்களுக்கு வேணும்னு கேட்பாங்க. கேட்கலையா ஓட்டு கொடுக்காதீங்க. Simple as that. That is what we must do. I really hope when the time comes, we show that our Indian community are sophisticated. That we don't simply gonna give buta vote anymore. You cannot give buta vote. 20 years we have given buta vote. Anwar come, oh, you just take our vote, take the mala, take the whatever they wear on the head. Today, we should throw a slipper on his face.
All right.
Because he never delivered the promise. The fella from DAP comes, we ask him back, why you keep quiet? Your mouth what? Kena jahit, is it? This is what we must do. You know why? Then they'll be afraid. The people are rising. The people are questioning. So they will then start to do better. You want a better government, you as a people must also be better. And that is basically my message to all of you. Please, in this election, do better. Go and ask your candidates. Ask them what they have done. Don't simply give buta words anymore. Do sophisticated and informed decision. That's all.
Whether you agree with the 5 demands or think the timing is too risky, one thing is clear: Suthan Mookaiah isn't backing down from the tough conversation. The forum happens this Sunday in Senai, Johor, and it open to all. Suthan, thank you for the time and the hot seat here. You managed to answer everything. Thank you for that. For everyone watching, stay tuned, stay informed, and see you next time.